Hello, welcome to Veritas. I'm your host, Adam Colazetti, and I'm here to guide you on a meditative adventure like no other. Join me and lose yourself in your imagination as we travel the outer reaches of the cosmos, quest for powerful talismans, and explore the inner realm of your subconscious. What might you find along the way? But be warned, fair traveler, this path is not for the faint of heart. On this path, of one thing I am certain, dragons be here. Are you ready? So how we're going to begin is you're going to sit comfortably, however that means to you. Could be legs crossed, could be sitting in a chair, whatever it is, sit somewhere comfortably that you feel relaxed and comfortable. And you're going to close your eyes and you're going to take 3 deep breaths. Deep breath in, count to 4. Deep breath out, count to 4. And each time you exhale, you're going to try and relax your body a little bit further. So you're going to inhale, pause, exhale. Pause. So as you're doing this and you're relaxing, it's in those pauses between breaths where we're going to go. That is where your creativity meets your imagination, meets your subconscious. So let's see what awaits you in the spaces between breaths. Blinding light sears your vision, as if electrifying all that you are or ever will be. Your incorporeal self dissolves, and for a moment you are simply a part of the universe, your sense of self hidden from view. Gradually the light fades, leaving nothing but the blackness of eternity, and the pieces of you coalesce on a single focal point. A small flat rock turning over and over as it sails through the ether. Gradually begin to come aware again as recognition dawns on your subconscious. You are somehow anchored to this rock as it travels to some unknown destination, each groove becoming an intimate part of who you are. Soundlessly, the rock passes through a dark pool. There are no ripples, only a sense of heaviness as you submerge deeper and deeper beneath the surface. Slowly, you become aware of something else, a point of light that grows larger and larger. With no reference, you are unable to tell if you are getting closer or if it is simply getting larger. Gradually, it fills your view and features come into focus. You only have a moment to register the contours of a hard surface before you become painfully aware of your physical body once again, as you impact in a flash of pain. Once again, everything fades away. It is light again. You are young and running out the door, your backpack swinging as you dash down the steps of your front porch. It is raining, and you pull your jacket hood over your head even as you are picking up speed. You are aware of yourself but unable to control or change the course of events, a distant observer in a dream, or perhaps a memory. Your feet move deftly as you run down your childhood street. You've seen the bus coming and you must make it to the end of the block in time to catch it. You don't want to be late for school. Suddenly, as you turn a corner, something unexpected awaits you. A small girl is sitting on the curb crying. Mesmerized, thoughts of the bus and of school fade away as you slow to a stop. Her hair is wet and matted, and a single pink bow shines like a beacon in an otherwise gray day. Shouting momentarily pulls your attention from the girl as you take in the scene of what is happening. The door to what you presume to be her house is ajar. Clothes and random household items are strewn across the lawn. There is shouting and the sound of a door slamming. Vaguely, you are aware of the hiss of the bus doors opening as it pulls up. There's still time to catch it, but you have lost all notion of what you are doing. There is only the girl. Acutely aware of the sound of the rain puttering on the hood of your coat, you put your hands in your pockets as you walk up and sit beside her. Only the sounds of her sobbing are louder than the rain as it splashes on the asphalt around you. You say nothing as your hand closes around something round in your pocket. A red lollipop. Silently, you hold it out, waiting. The rhythm of her sobbing falters and a small little hand reaches out and grabs it. The crinkling of the wrapper is a welcome sound as she unwraps it and pops it into her mouth. And there you sit. The two of you sharing a moment enwrapped in the sound of the rain, a red lollipop, and a pink bow. The memory fades as you begin to become aware. Cold ground and darkness. For a moment you yearn for the color in the rain, but it is gone. Groggily, you sit up. You're sitting on what looks to be a platform of some kind. There is light, but no visible source. Beyond a radius of 20 feet or so, there is black. You cannot see what is beyond. Hello? There is only silence, not even an echo. Where am I? You ask the wrong question. Terror grips you as a voice responds out of the darkness. Whirling frantically, you cannot locate the source. Where are you? Who are you? Wrong again. This time the faint outline of a robed figure appears from the darkness. Their head is hooded and the face hidden from view. Fear is all you know, yet you steel yourself. What is this place? This time the silence stretches for a whole minute. Pity. I had high hopes for this one. With that, the figure turns and begins to fade once again into the black for which it was born. Desperation wells up inside you and you scream the first thought that enters your mind. Why am I here? This time the figure stops, motionless for a moment, before it slowly turns and once again steps into the light. Perhaps there is hope for you after all. The silence is deafening, yet something tells you to remain quiet. A primal instinct warning you that this is a test. Finally, you are here to choose. With that, the figure gestures and the light which previously entered after 20 feet begins to flow outward and up. Like a curtain being pulled back, it reveals a step, then another step. Then a giant staircase is revealed as the light seemingly flows like a living thing. You gasp as two giant pillars are revealed on either side, each topped by a magnificent gray dragon gargoyle, the eyes of which seem to shine even as more is revealed. The tails of each dragon extend sideways away from the staircase, encircling what appears to be a giant door. Two dragons, two doors, and in the middle, endless steps into the blackness reaching as far as the eye can see, until finally, far in the distance, a summit is revealed, although it is too far to make out details. Two doors, framing a pyramid of stairs, creating a trinity, a trident. Behold, you seek the secrets of the universe, of power beyond imagining. Your quest is at an end. Climb the stairs and claim your prize. The figure waits expectantly. Swallowing, you step forward, but then something stops you. A nagging feeling that the test may not be over. Steeling yourself, you ask in the bravest voice you can muster, what of the doors? They are not your concern. Ascend the stairs. You swallow, suddenly less sure, yet you press on. If I am here to learn secrets, then should I not seek to understand these secrets as well? What am I here to choose if there is not choice? Beneath the hood you see only blackness, but you sense that the figure is smiling? The sound of groaning hinges bring your attention back to the doors as a vertical sliver of light is now visible within the center of the right door. That sliver grows as the two halves open outward until you're momentarily blinded by light. The hooded figure points. Beyond the door you see yourself standing at a crossroads. One road is well trod and well kept. The other is overgrown and filled with struggle. Even as you watch, your doppelganger turns towards the easier path. No, wait, you cry out. The scene beyond the door freezes as the hooded figure turns to point at the left door. You see a woman. She is walking along a bridge. She stops and puts her hands on the guardrail, and as she climbs beyond the guardrail, her jacket hood falls to reveal a single pink bow. Tears flow freely down her cheeks, streaking her mascara, and you know in that instant that she is going to jump. Realization dawns on you as you cry out, horrified. No, stop. Please stop. Please, no, you have to do something. The scene with the girl freezes. The figure turns to face you. Choose. On your right, give up and relinquish your quest. On your left, a chance to save a stranger. Or perhaps someone familiar. And in the center, the answers you seek. Tears are streaming down your face now. Sobbing, you scream as loud and as long as you can, your gaze fixed on the pink bow, even as the stairway taunts you. Answers to fill the void that consumes you. Your time is almost up. With that, the figure turns as if to leave. With a cry, you lunge after them, grabbing their shoulder and pulling them around, even as you push the hood back to reveal the horror that awaits beneath. Staring back at you is a familiar face, older, grayer, more tired. The cheeks are sunken and scarred. Your mouth works soundlessly as you see the truth reflected back in your own eyes. The truth of what lays at the top of the stairway. The truth of the choice laid out in front of you. And the truth about the void within you were trying to fill. In those seconds, you know what you have to do. And turning, your feet scrambling as fast as they can carry you, you make your choice. Alone again in the dark, their head uncovered, the lone figure stoops and picks something up. It is a flower. It must have fallen from your pocket. The figure brushes the dust off ever so delicately before lifting it to their nose and inhaling deeply. The figure smiles. Okay, welcome to Veritas. We are here to talk about truth. Whose truth? Well, hopefully your truth. This is the finale of the Twin Dragons series. We've explored colorful worlds and gardens, and we've danced, and we've sang, and we've planted seeds, and we've painted, and we've done all sorts of things in exploration of ourselves and our inner journey. And I have Katelyn Bullock with me here today. Thank you so much for coming on this journey.
Yeah, it's good.
So before we get into it, let's draw a card.
My last card here.
The last two have been spookily correct.
Correct.
Yeah.
Insightful.
Insightful, right? Okay.
I can't do that one again.
The hawk again.
Can I do it twice?
Yeah.
Can we do it twice? Should I pull another one?
If you want. That's kind of cool. Do the hawk twice.
Twice.
It was a wolf.
Ooh, the wolf.
Okay. So if you remember, the hawk was all about seeing, reflection, all that kind of stuff. And the wolf. I love it when the wolf shows up.
Who doesn't love a wolf?
Right?
Pack animals.
Yeah. Intuition, learning, and the shadow. So.
Oh, hey now. Quite intuition, learning, and the shadow, like the staircase? Okay,
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Strong sense of faithfulness, inner strength, and intuition. Sometimes you need to cross barriers, take risks, to go beyond a limited compass of normal. Okay? So,
All right.
let's talk about the finale.
Yeah, that was intense.
I actually have trouble reading that story because I get emotional when I read it. But, all right.
Which part makes you emotional?
The pink bow. So, of course, you fall, crumble, and you end up in this crazy place. And, of course, there's then this figure,
Yes.
right?
The hooded figure, which turns out to be an older version of me, making me choose.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I asked the right question, which is why are we here?
Sure. I always find that interesting, right? Where am I? What's going on? These questions are irrelevant.
They are irrelevant. But
Right.
why am I here?
Mm-hmm. And I think if you reflect on the whole journey so far, that question could potentially be asked in more ways than one.
Right? Agreed. And I have three choices. The door on my right. Well, first of all, I should have just walked up the staircase, but I had to ask, didn't I? I had to open those doors.
But what if you hadn't asked? Let's explore that for a second.
Okay. What if I hadn't asked? I don't know. I would have. That the top of the staircase was pulling me.
Mm-hmm.
The answers to everything?
Answers to something.
Something. At least what's on the top of that frickin' staircase, which is what we were trying to get to this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really pulling me. And then I was like, of course, well, I'm going to ask about the doors. Because I'm a need-to-know kind of person, which you know this.
Right?
Surprise.
So, like intuition. something is going on here, right?
So then the door on the right, I have essentially like an easy path, right? It's like center stairs, the answers that I'm seeking, and then the door on the left to help a stranger. And it was the door on the right was easily to ignore.
Okay.
But I struggled between the stairs. I felt as though the stairs were this goal that I wanted, but I couldn't ignore the girl.
Mm-hmm.
And then the inner battle of like what is actually the purpose? What is the point? Is it to climb the stairs or is it to save somebody? And I thought that was really interesting because so often that is the battle, to climb our own stairway, our own path in life, to forge ahead, or to try to rescue those around you. But I think there is a certain amount of, you can't rescue somebody who doesn't want to rescue themselves. And we can get stuck in that door of rescuing somebody who's not ready to rescue themselves and miss out on the staircase.
Okay. So, what did you choose?
I didn't.
Okay. There's some conflict going
There's
on
definitely conflict
there.
there.
Yeah, I think, I mean, I hate to say I'm glad to hear you say that, but I was trying to do that purposely,
Yes.
right? You think that you're seeking, that you need this wisdom or power or something great at the top of the stairway. You think that is your purpose here. But as we've just explored with the three items, the paintbrush, the seed, and the music box, how much beauty do you have inside of you? What do you really need up there?
Maybe I didn't need to choose any of them.
Okay. So, but then there's this idea that you pull this hood back, and you see somebody familiar, but older, tired, ragged, perhaps somebody that made a different choice. Right?
Telling you to pick another path, perhaps.
Maybe.
Well, it's interesting that you started with the girl, and then she came back. Because my immediate thought was, not again. Because I didn't get on the bus. That was my path. That's where I was going.
Mm-hmm.
I chose to stop and help. And that was the easy choice the first time. Yeah, maybe because I didn't really want to go to school. But that was an easy choice, to sit with her and hand her a lollipop. I didn't struggle with that choice.
Mm.
But then when I saw her again, there was more of a weight with it. And I think that so often in life, when we show up to rescue somebody, there's a bit of weight that comes with that. And like I said, if they're not ready to rescue themselves, it can be exhausting and feel iterative.
Mm.
But when they are ready, the choice is easy, right? When it's the first time, or, it's like, I can help this, but you can't help if they're not willing to be helped. And so that to me was daunting. It was very daunting.
Hard. Either one is a hard path.
Either one's a hard path, right? No one likes doing stairs, just ask your trainer.
Right.
But both of them were hard paths, but I struggled between them because it was like I could go into that door and still not have an impact.
Sure. There's no certainty. Right.
And I think that was my desire, was where am I going to have the biggest impact? And that leads to one of my, I think, drivers in life, is to have an impact.
Okay.
Which is interesting.
What does the wolf tell you?
Intuition. The wolf's a pack animal. I would have picked the door on the left anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm a glutton for punishment.
Well, when I imagine the older version of you that is stuck there and testing you, but seems like they're secretly rooting for you in some way. I imagine somebody with regret, perhaps. And whatever that could potentially mean to you. So you have this staircase, this thing that you are chasing that promises great things, or maybe it's happiness. Who knows? But what do you think is at the top?
I don't know. To me, it was the answers. It was like enlightenment. It was like everything that I ever imagined was up there, right? The whole vision of everything I was chasing is up there. But I cannot ignore helping somebody.
Okay. Something to reflect on.
Right? Absolutely.
So if you are listening, there's no right answer. That's the point.
That's the joke.
Yeah. But I think when I think of this staircase, it's like another challenge or like another thing to ascend to try and reach some sort of epiphany or enlightenment or something like that.
Perhaps the
Right.
top of the staircase is another staircase.
Maybe. Right? So, you see this person in trouble. There's no certainty that you can help them, but it calls to you. Could you live with yourself if you didn't try? You have all this beauty inside of you. Do you perhaps? Enlightenment is up there. Do you even need it?
Maybe it's already in you.
Right? So, some things to think about.
Yes.
I think that's really interesting.
It is interesting. And thank you for that. I really enjoyed that journey. And you and I have been talking about the twin dragons for a while in concept and in theory, and that was a beautiful journey to go on with them.
Amazing.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you so much. And if you enjoyed the story, please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. And we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Join me each week as a new chapter unfolds. What worlds will we explore next? What gods and monsters will we find? What part of yourself will awaken? Only one way to find out.